32-bit architecture it is. Okay, and in that Bobsuit is not installed.
You can install it. It's very easy to install. See,
No,
I'm
because in the Bobsuit side they are saying now it is not available for 32-bit.
I was going to say that only because nowadays mostly many applications are not meant for 32-bit because of the architecture of 32-bit. You cannot use many processes at one time. So in many applications used for cybersecurity, 32 bits is not outdated. So I will suggest you to use a 64-bit Kali or Parrot. You can use anything you can use, and you can install that also.
Sir, but I can't use 64 because it's not virtually I have downloaded. It's base PC, base operating system is only Kali 32-bit. In that, can I install virtual machines?
Yes, you can install Oracle in that, and from that you can use another VM, and in that you can use Kali 64-bit.
Yeah, means in 32-bit Oracle is available.
Yes, it is available. You can see and check, and you can get old version also.
Okay,
You
so
can use
which means
VM in that.
can you say that means can you send the link from where can I download for 32-bit Oracle?
Use
Because
Google.
I was trying, it didn't happen. I have downloaded from there. In the archive manager, it came, but it didn't open the app.
So for this you will have to figure out yourself, because currently we will focus on questions based on CTF, but your problem is genuine, and for that
Yeah.
I'll tell you that you can find mm, mm, uh, articles or blogs for that, because it's a very
Okay.
common thing and you will find it very easily. And you
Okay. And instead of there is no any alternative for Bob Suit now.
there is alternative. It is ZAP. ZAP. It is from I think the developers of ZAP are, I currently don't remember it. Let me see. OWASP, yes. It is developed by OWASP and it is
Yeah.
similar to Swit. It is a proxy. You can use that also.
Yeah. In 32-bit, it will be fine now.
If it is present, then it will be fine. It will work.
Okay. Can you, sir, only can in the chat box, can you name that means spelling wise? Because sometimes network issue, the voice is cracking.
Any other questions?
So,
Yes, you got it.
Wasp Zap. Okay.
Any other
Okay, sir.
questions?
No.
So let's move forward with our presentation, and we see now we have discussed everything, the basics theory. Now let's see how to get better at it and uh, other things. Can you see the screen now?
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir, right now.
So how to get the best out of it? The very big question, because you can learn theory from everywhere, but this thing is the most important. How to get the best enjoyment and best knowledge out of CTFs? First thing, try to make notes. This is by far the most important thing you will find in CTF: notes. Consider CTF as your practice test and the real life pen tester job as a final boards exam. So for boards exam, you prepare notes, you solve previous year questions and you make notes. Similarly, here you have to make notes. The make your notes as much elaborate as possible. Like even if you see after 3 or 4 months, you will quickly remember every technique you used, every flag you found, and every other thing. So make notes as much possible. For every challenge, try to make a note and focus on learning rather than winning. So what happens is that when you join platforms, you will see that quickly you will have a feeling to just submit the flag and move on. You will not try to learn things. Uh, if your main focus is not on learning, so after a time, everything will become boring. So because you will find same type of attack and same type of things, so it will become boring. So try to focus on learning. Read don't help. It is the we can say a milestone thing that trick doesn't help you in the long run. It will help you in few challenges, but the basic concept will help you win big challenges. Like if we are talking about Google CTF, in that also, in beginner level challenge, you cannot use any trick. You will have to find your own way to get in. You have to develop your own trick for that. So try to filter what's important. As I have said earlier in the experience part, you have to see what's important and what can be ignored. You will, like, everything what is thrown at you, you have to not catch it. Sometimes try to duck the things and move forward. Don't try to catch everything that is thrown to you. And use Google. Google is your best friend. The first thing in every security researcher bag is Google. You have to know how to use Google, because you can find each and everything there. Everything you can find there. So use Google wisely. And the most contradictory thing is CTFs are far away from real life. It is the truth. CTF only helps you to get in. It will not help you to do real life pen test thing, but it will help you to get in. It will set your mindset and everything. But don't confuse it with real life. Real life is different from CTFs. Know when to fold. Sometimes we become too much stubborn. Like we think why we cannot solve the problem means what we do is we give our time to a problem that is sometimes out of our scope. So we have to know when to fold up and when to leave the problem. Like if you are solving a maths question and you can't solve it further, then it is meaningless to give 4 to 5 days on a single problem. You have to move on, and you can come back after a time, and then you can solve the questions after relaxing you for a bit. Make some friends. As you know, it is a game. Try to socialize as much as possible. Try to network, make friends. There are many good people out there that are willing to help you without anything. So make friends. And the most important, have fun. It is a game. Don't take it on your ego. Don't take it anywhere. Just have fun. Have fun hacking the system. Have fun making notes. Try to have fun in everything, because CTF is just fun and knowledge. It is not only knowledge, it's not only fun. It is a combination of both. So try to have fun doing it. Things you should avoid. So first of all, don't jump into answers. There are tons of write-up available on the internet. So if you try to go for any challenge, there is very less chance that there is not a write-up for it. People are writing write-up. In fact, I also write write-up for CTFs. There are many people who write write-ups for CTF. So it will not be a good approach to directly see the answers and see the technique they use. Try to do it for a while. Try to do it for a while, and if you don't know the answers, then you can, after one day, you can check the write-ups done by any other people. Don't share write-ups when the CTF is going on. Very important thing. I have not included when it is going on, but mm, make a write-up after the CTF is completed, but don't share flag or notes of a live CTF, because it will demoralize new people. Means upcomers who are very new in the field, they mostly tend to just look for answers or flag online. So if you are making notes of a live CTF that is currently going on, and then it will demoralize few people, and it is not good for the community itself. Try to be in some rules of the community. Try to go with the rules. Know your caliber and choose challenges. So suppose you are starting out in CTF, and you sat down in front of computer, and you directly opened Google CTF and start solving the challenges. The chances are 100% you will fail. So know your caliber. Know that you are a beginner. Try to go to a path, follow a path, and then after a few months you can of course try the harder challenges. But at starting, if you directly jump into the harder challenges, it will only demotivate you, and it will be very bad for your mind, because you will start doubting yourself, and self-doubt is not a good thing. So a myth, you need a team to play. It is a myth. Many people will say you that you need a team to play CTF, but honestly speaking, when starting out, you don't need a team. You only need yourself, and that is enough. And as time passes on, you can join a team, and from there you can move forward to play challenges which are team specific. There are many challenges that are team specific that will only allow entry if you are in a team, otherwise they will not allow entry. Understanding why you fail. As I have told that you need to make notes, so this is a part of this. Analyze the notes with the write-up available on the internet. See that whether you were on right path or not, what you did wrong, where you were right. So you have to understand why you are failing, and then accordingly you have to change your way, change your approach, and then move forward. Another myth: CTF real world problems. This is wrong. This is right to an extent, but at some point it becomes wrong, because what happens in CTF is that in a single CTF challenge, it is not possible to include everything. Like in what happens in real world, if you are targeting an enterprise or corporation network, you will find many things. You will find some Linux servers, you will find some Windows Active Directories, you will find some shares, and there it is a combination of every possible technology. But in CTF, they will target few things. Like in one CTF, you cannot have Linux machines and Windows machines together. They will either use Linux, either use Windows. So you cannot compare it with real world. So you have to keep that in mind. Don't take rules for granted. This I have faced this, so I'm telling you. And there was one CTF, and I didn't read the rules properly, and I wasted around 1 or 2 days uh, targeting the application which was not meant to be targeted. So don't take rules for granted. Read instructions carefully, means they will usually tell you which IP address you have to attack and all those things, but you go through everything and then jump in the attacking part. Don't ask stupid questions. This is a thing that every experienced person will tell you. Sometimes what happens is that you go into a group or IRC channel, Discord, WhatsApp, everything. There are many groups nowadays. So you go there and you start asking random questions. First of all, the most important thing is you should know how to frame a question. Like for example, you would have seen many questions like this. A person comes in the chat and asks, is there anyone who knows how to write code in Python? Just this one single line. So by writing that line, he is not aware that he will never get a reply from any person in the chat. Because if you are in a chat where you are having few good people, few good penetration testers, then it is of course a thing that they know Python. So the most best thing I can say is just write your whole question. Instead of just writing who knows Python, write what was your problem, what you have done to solve your problem, and where you are stuck now. So you will have to do, it is a 3 step. You have first what you have done till now, means for that problem what you have done, like which libraries have you used to solve the problem, where you were stuck. So use that type of things and frame a proper questions that nobody can ignore. So this shows from your end that you are interested to learn things. So it's a request from me also. Try to frame good questions. That way, no one will ignore you. Even if you go on Twitter and ask very good people, very good researchers, they will not ignore you if your question is good. And you have to know one thing, and you have to respect other people time. So, for example, you go in someone chat and you ask, "Can I ask you a question?" and leave. Just you write one single line that can I ask you a question, and then you disappear. And then another day that person will reply yes, and then day after tomorrow you will write your half problem. Then this take a lot of time. So directly go into the DMs, directly message what's your problem, what you have done to solve it, where you are stuck, give every possible detail. So it will be very good for you and the person you are talking to. It will make you a good listener, good question asker. It will help in many other ways. So focus on this thing. Uh, Ask proper questions. It's very good skill to have. So where to apply all these learnings? It's a good thing. I have talked about theory, what to do, what not to do. So where to apply all this knowledge? So first of all, CTF Learn. It's a platform. After you get the presentation, try to go to this platform and see how they are and what suits you. So first of all, CTF Learn. It is a beginner level CTF. It is basic. It will help you get into the CTF mood. Means it will tell you what to do in CTF, what not to do, and it's very good thing. Means it will help you get your feet wet in the CTF challenges field. Next is Pico CTF. It is having very beginner problem to very advanced problem. They are a group of college students. Now they're pass out and now they're good researchers nowadays. So they are focusing on beginner level challenge to advanced level challenges. They are also having live CTS and everything. So this is a very good platform to check. They have a good UI also. So it will you will be seamlessly performing good in this website. Over the wire war games. It will make you familiar with command line, because if you're starting in CTF and if you don't have command line language, then you will waste a lot of time using tools and other things. So it will make you familiar with what is SSH, what is FTP, different type of protocols, different services, and every other thing. So it is good for you to be familiar with command line. Try Hack.me. This is another platform focused on from beginner to advanced level. So so first, what can I do is I can show you the platforms right now also, because it will help you to get to know what are these. So first of all, let's go to CTF Learn. I am also using this platform currently. Means I was using, but now I'm not using currently this platform. So this is ctflearn.com. You can note it down. So it's the most beginner friendly way to get into hacking. Challenges, community, and you have to register here to get the list of challenges. But oh, I think it's sharing. Can you see the screen? Hello? Hello? Oh, wait a second, wait a second. Now is it visible? Tell me in the chat box. Yes, so see it, the CTF Learn. This is the very beginner friendly thing. If you are starting out today, it will help you to learn new things. Just in one line, the definition of CTF Learn is this only. So now we will, now let's come to another platform I talked, Pico CTF. So it's a writer from Pico CTF, but let's go to Pico CTF. So you can see this. It is a developed from CMU students. They were students before, I think, in 2015 or 16 they started, I guess. So currently it has become a very yes, Abhijit, I will tell you at last. Have patience, please. First of all, let's discuss the things which you will need to apply your learnings. Where you can apply your learnings is very important. Pico CTF, here you can see what they offer. They will help you learn also. Pico Primer will help you to know the things, what techniques are being used and every other things. So you can learn. You can practice in Pico Gym, and even you can compete. with high school students of other countries. Basically, you will get to learn things from other country people also. Like USA, mostly they are from USA only, because CMU is the main focus of this PICO CTF, but currently they have started to get people from other colleges around the world also. So if you are in college, this one is best for you, because this one takes you from beginner to advanced. It totally free. I am talking about totally free best thing, because if you want to pay, then you have many other good platform also. So for next one, over the wire war games. As you can see, it is the UI is not very good, but the challenges are good. And you can see here at left screen, there are many rooms: Bandit, Neta, Scripton. These are the rooms focused on different things. So you have to start from Bandit and go all the way to Drifter. So every challenge for the flag of you can say the password of other challenge is hidden in the previous level. So this is, you have to perform your attacks level wise. You have to move further. So from Bandit to Drifter, you will learn most of the command line things. See, as usual, the suggested order is to play Bandit and then move on. For here, you will see, if you are new, you can, if you go to Bandit, you can see the SSH information. You will have the SSH on the box, so you can directly log in via SSH, and you will have to perform level wise. So there are 33 levels in Bandit. So after you perform the attacks on all the levels and you get the flags, you will have basic understanding of how things work, basic things, the, you can say, the core concept of CTF or core concept of security you will get from these things. So as I have told you, over the wire is very good for uh, performing command line things. So C platform I have discussed till now, and going to further, try hackman. This is one of my favorite. Currently, I am here only. I used to do CTF here only, and currently I'm doing. It is for a person like, I can share a story with you. A few days earlier, they have published a write up, and there they have done interview of a student, and who was a construction worker, but now currently he is having a job as a penetration tester, and all due to try hack me, because it is very, if you want to invest few money, you can say, and it is like $10 a month. So if you want to invest that amount, then you can move further, and you can share your profile. Of course, I will share. Wait, at last I will share. Just remind me. So pre-security, we have path best here. You can learn path best. For pre-security, if you don't know nothing about security and anything, then you can enroll in pre-security. Then you can gain cyber defense. So there is a learning pathwise. So you will not be distracted, and you will not be overwhelmed by new things, because in security field you can get overwhelmed very quickly because of the information available here. There it is too much to grasp. So if you enroll in a path, they will move you pathwise, and they can help you to get uh, good at a particular thing. And coming to CTF time, it is like a encyclopedia. So if you come to CTF time, here you can see which teams are playing, what challenges are live. You can see the list of upcoming challenges. Like currently, RAR CTF, it is a CTF which is sponsored by WinRAR. The zip archive you all have been using, and this is a CTF sponsored by them. So it's on 6 August. So if you want to join, you can register here, and it will give you all the list of CTF. And weight means how the CTF performs, like how they have the management, and how everything, how are the challenges. Higher the weight, harder the CTF, and good the challenges are. Like it is a weight of 0 0, because this challenge is started currently only. It was not being done earlier, I think. And you can see besides Noida will, as you know, Many of you have known what is BSides. It is a group people in India and outside India. They have also a CTF currently. You can see how much team have participated. It is like encyclopedia. Every information on CTF you can get here. ctfchallenges.com. You need to join group or solo. Now, starting you can few challenges are like you can participate solo, and in few challenges you need a team because there are too much to solve, so you cannot do alone. So there is one of ctfchallenge.com. I forget this website. ctfchallenges.com. It is a very good website, and the important thing here it is that they focus on real life challenges. They are having less challenges, but the challenges which are there, it is totally based on real life. So for like I can recall, there is a challenge here known as one lawyer. In that you have to perform a pen test against a law firm, and then you have to find out the passwords and delete a case. So it is a very good and fun because you will have to perform some things like which are needed in real life, from domain recon to all the way down to JS file. You can say JS file recon, link finding, everything. Means it's a full package. It is a new platform, only 6,000 hackers currently, but it is a very good. A few challenges are paid and few are unpaid. So all I have discussed with you all the things which you all the platforms which you need to get started. So now moving further, how to better get it means as I think some of you have asked the resources from to learn. John Hammond, YouTube. He is one of the biggest YouTuber out there who discusses about CTF. You can find everything related to CTF there. Live Overflow. It's a very good challenge, and he also focus on CTF, but he dive what I can say, everything related to assembly languages, low level stuff. He discusses that type of things. So you can see practical examples there, but if you want to get the real gist of things, you can see write-ups. Write-ups are very good way to know what you are doing and what next other things you can do. So write-up are the best thing of for CTF, I can tell. So after CTF is completed, match your notes. Like I said earlier, notes. If you make notes, then you can match the notes with the write-up and see where you are wrong and where you are right. This thing you can do. Use Twitter to your benefit. Every CTF that is currently going on, you can find the information there on Twitter. You can find many good researchers also. You can connect with them. You can expand your network. And the last, keep reading. The much you read, the more knowledge you get. So it's the CTF is all about learning. In other field you can learn things but you cannot implement it, but here you can implement everything you learn. It's completely legal, everything is good. So now questions. If you are having any other questions, feel free to ask. Hello. If you people have any further questions, you can ask now. Yes, if there is no any other questions, then we can finish the session. Just in chat box, if you want to finish the session, we can just finish it, because I think I have told you enough to get you started in this field, and you can have a very good experience. I wish you all the best. Yes, you will get the PPT. Sorry, you will get the PPT. Contact the host and you will get it. hope you will enjoy learning from CTF. Aditya, are you telling LinkedIn? I shared my Twitter, I think. I will share it again. I will share you the username. You can find me there and ask questions. Don't don't be shy in asking questions, because the more you will ask, the more knowledge you will get. Give it a second. So this is my Twitter ID. You can find me at Twitter. And if you have any doubt regarding anything, we can solve it there. So I hope you enjoyed today's session, and I request you to that are very hard to get on social media. You will not be able to chat from them on social media. So there are this type of people, like from starting only I am seeing the sessions, and it is very good. So I hope you learned something important today. You will get the PPT, try to go through every topic covered there. I was not able to cover them all because of the time limit, but there are too many things to cover. So have a good experience learning from CTF, and all the best for your future. Thanks.